Hey guys, what's up? Yo, Kurama here. Before I get on with the review, I want to apologize for my little absence that I had on this channel for about a week. But I am back, and I'm here to bring you guys an anime review of the anime known as Medaka Box. So at first glance of the series, especially if you have seen Sket Dance, after just watching one episode of Medaka Box, you will think and you will write off the series as sort of as a ripoff, a clone, or something that is very, very similar to Sket Dance, since they both have pretty much the same premise with some differences. But pretty much there's a group in the school that solves weird problems for the students in that school. In Sket Dance, it is a club, and in Medaka Box, it is the student council. But that's just how simple the story is, at least in the beginning. So like I said, the Medaka Box is about a student council that solves weird problems of the students. The president of the student council is Kurukami Medaka, who is this pretty much god to everybody because she is 100% perfect. She is the best at anything she does. She even sees herself as a god and looks down at the rest of the people as her children type things, that she cares about everybody and she wants to help everybody. She has a god complex, but at the same time she is pure. I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but that's the kind of character she is. And she pretty much won the school over with like 98 or 99% of all votes for the student council president. And she had this idea to open up this suggestion box where people can throw in their problems, suggestions, or whatever, and then the student council will help them. She drags Zenkichi Hitoyoshi into helping her, who is her childhood friend, and he seems to like Medaka, but at the same time he's like this badass dude that's pretending not to like her. And later on we get a couple of more people joining the student council who are also pretty strong, pretty smart, and also they all have these abilities that they all exceed in. And what's crazy is I pretty much wrote off this series as a Sket Dance copy, as well as most of the other people that were watching it that have not read the manga, because there was a lot of people that did read the manga and they're like, oh my goodness, it's gonna get so good. And I was watching and thinking like, okay, this is alright. It's really similar to Sket Dance, but not as good. But once it hit episode 9, which is very late in the series since this is a 12 episode series, at least for this first season, once it hit episode 9, the series just went in a full 180 and became this insane action anime. I don't think that's considered a spoiler since I'm not really spoiling what happens, but when the character Unzen is introduced, oh my goodness, it gets insane. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. So being a story about the student council solving all these different problems for their students, you can probably guess that this is gonna have pretty much every genre that an anime could ever have, because they're gonna encounter all sorts of different situations that are all gonna be different, and I quite enjoy that. The animation was done by Gainax. Colors of the series were very bright during the school episodes, and I really enjoy that sort of type of art and animation type thing, so that's definitely a good thing. You know, there's openings that you listen to a couple of times and you don't like them, but after listening to it week after week after week, it catches on to you and you just fall in love with it. Well, the opening for this series was not one of those openings. I hated that opening, and even though I listened to it every time hoping that I would fall in love with it, I did not like it. But the ending theme song was great, and it's really rare when I notice an ending theme song, because when it comes to ending theme songs, I just end up skipping most of the time. If the first 10 seconds of the ending theme song does not catch my attention, I will skip that whole song, and this song definitely caught my attention and I totally love it. Probably the best track of the whole series. But yeah, overall thoughts, I thought the series was alright. Until the series got to the action parts, the regular school day parts were just kind of boring to me half the time. I just saw myself sitting there a lot of the time thinking that, man, I'd rather be watching Sket Dance at the moment than watching this. But once it did get to the action parts around episode 9, 10, when Unzen shows up, the series definitely started catching my interest a bit more, and in my opinion, it got a lot better than it was before. And I also do not like Medaka. I do not like her at all. She's just all perfect and stuff. I just don't like those kind of characters. I like characters with flaws. She has almost no flaws. It's just kind of lame watching her because you don't really see her character development too much because she's already perfect and almost pretty much fully developed, so there's no point of giving her a lot of character development. So she's just the same from the beginning to the series, almost to the end, except something happens, but I'm not gonna spoil it. I hear there's going to be a second season, so I'm definitely gonna be checking that out, but it's not something that I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can't wait for. Yeah, I think you should check it out if what I said did catch some of your interest. And if you're a fan of Scat Dance, I also recommend you check this out because it's quite similar. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about Medaka Box. If you have seen it, leave me a comment below, tell me your thoughts on this series. If you agree, if you disagree, if you did read the manga, why do you like it? How much better is it gonna get after this season? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have not seen this and you are gonna check it out, make sure you come back after you check it out. Leave me your first impressions below in the comments. Always love reading those. I'm Yokurama, Facebook and Twitter in the description below, so don't forget to like and follow me there. If you like this video in particular, make sure you favorite it. And if you are watching me for the very first time and you want to see more from me, then make sure you click the subscribe button up there. And baby, I'm out. Peace.